Rodriguez here with Bubble Talk episode 27. You guys, I apologize if it's really fuzzy. I'm going to send you over to my personal page, Toni Rodriguez, because we also have a live video going on my personal page as well. So we'll be uploading the better of the two videos to YouTube later if you can't stay the whole entire show. But we have an incredible show for you. This is episode 27. I'm beyond excited to have Nguyen, the designer, the premier designer of the Houston fashion industry, sitting right here. I am in his beautiful, let me make sure I say this right, atelier. Yeah, I'm not, I'm rolling with it. Atelier Weddings. 6 months it's been open. I'm a girly girl, Danny, and I'm looking around. I haven't even stopped because Houston traffic made me crazy, right? But wow, like this is a fairy tale for any female out there. If you're watching, you've got to come see this beautiful shop. And I'm just in awe, and thank you so much for agreeing to interview with me today. I'm so excited. I'm like smitten. I'm smitten with him and his designs and his incredible creativity. And I'm a creative, and I'm always wanting to support other creatives in the industry. So here we are, you guys. Thank you so much. Again, if it's too fuzzy here, you can go to my personal page, Toni Rodriguez, and we have a live video going on right now so that you guys can tune in either here or that video and let us know how we're doing. Give us the thumbs up and let us know where we're at. Hey, Angela Vargas, hola. How are you? There's Sabi. I'm gonna say hello to a few people who were waiting for us. Hi, Angela, you're from Katy, right? You're watching from Katy. There's Sabi, and she is from Houston, correct, Sabi? How are you guys? So Danny, you're just back from Paris. Cheers.
Cheers.
Woo, has it been a crazy day? You guys, Tuesday today feels like a Friday. It's just crazy, right? And I know
it's the weekend.
It's with your show coming up.
Yes.
And I literally caught him putting on some beautiful lace trim. He's just amazing. So tell me about Paris Fashion Week.
I did Paris Fashion Week in end of September, early October 2018, and it was a very successful show. We had 400 guests came to the show, and it was hosted by Champ Alizon, the Arc of Triumph around the area, at this very famous nightclub called L'Arc. It's where they had all the celebrity and all the Fashion Week night out, all the after party there, and it was amazing show. We had a very good turnout, and I showed my new Spring Summer 2019 collection, which inspired by my 10th year of being a designer. So the concept was to go back to my root as an Asian, as a Vietnamese, and to design something based on the color of Asian Vietnamese tradition, which is red. And Asian culture is yin and is yang. So red is life, and black is the death. So I did a collection with red and black.
Wow.
On the first half collection. The second half I did a collection on cherry blossom, which is very popular in Asian culture, which is signified life, where every spring cherry blossom bloom. And so the dresses we did was all vine and leaf, and we put stone on it, and then we put little cherry blossom all over the dresses.
Wow. And did you ever imagine, as a young boy, I'm nostalgic, I'm a female and I'm an emotional creature. We're emotional creatures, right, ladies? Did you ever imagine that as a designer after 10 years you'd be at Paris Fashion Week showing your work, or was it surreal? Tell us about it.
It's looking back, it's surreal. It's like you don't realize, how far you have gone. When I first started 10 years ago, I'm just assuming, I'll just be another tailor somewhere in a corner of a shopping strip fixing people's clothes.
And
then turn out I'm doing New York Fashion Week, LA Fashion Week, now Paris Fashion Week, and I do charity show around the U.S. all the time. So
You're everywhere.
Everywhere.
You're the it guy.
I hope so.
He's the it guy. Seriously, I mean, you can't get a VIP ticket to one of his shows unless you really know Danny Nguyen, and you guys who really know him know that, right? Know that. I mean, no offense to the other designers out there, but he's kind of the it guy right now. Like, you are, and you've worked really hard. I'm sure it's been painstaking. I'm sure there's been many sacrifices.
A lot.
And so that's kind of the other thing I really want you to let my audience know. This man has an incredible, incredible backstory, you guys. I mean, you know, we always like to hear about people who didn't have it handed to them on a silver platter, okay? And who had to work really hard. Listen to this man's story. So tell us.
How far back we're going?
Yeah, I mean, we don't want to go back to your birth or anything, but that'd be a little bit uncomfortable. too TMI.
So we're at this hospital, and Mom's like, oh.
Yeah. Mom said my tummy hurts.
Let me think.
Let's have a sip and think about it. I mean, how you want to start? Cheers.
I would say.
I mean, what would be really relevant and pertinent to people understanding where you came from?
What I want to personally say is sometimes I feel like people don't appreciate that we live in America, and this is the freest country in the world. You know, it's the dream, the land of opportunity. You know,
yes.
This is where you make any dream you want happen. You try another country, it's really hard, but here, this is it. This is where your dreams come true, but when people come over here, assume, oh, America, you know, dreams come true. They think it's easy. No, but
no fairy tale.
It's no fairy tale. You have to be on the dirt and on your feet and on your knees and get your hand dirty just to make that dream come true. Because it's a fairy tale, but it's not a short journey. It's a fairy tale that take a while to make happen. Even though people tell me, oh, how some people become famous overnight. Technically, they did become famous overnight, but the process to be famous overnight maybe took them 10 years, 20 years, 30 years to become that overnight. So really, that overnight is 30 years long, or 20 years long, 10 years long.
Correct. So your journey, your process as a designer was 10 years, but your life has taken you your entire life to get to this point.
Yeah.
So now to be recognized, there's a huge journey behind you. I mean, your parents came as immigrants, correct?
Yeah, we came to the U.S. when I was 4 years old, and when we came here, we did not speak English. We did not know we literally was like we don't know anything, and we lived in Kentucky for 2 years because we were sponsored by a military family to bring us over. Because during the Vietnam War, if you were with the South Republic, Vietnam, in the army, the U.S. will sponsor you over. If they serve for America, then they will get sponsored over. So that's what happened to us.
Wow.
But I would say we are one of the fortunate one. Most of the people were not fortunate. They came over by boat. Literally sneak out the country, and when you sneak out, you might get shot, you might get killed. They want to keep you there. So people sneak out. They travel months after months overseas on a small little raft, just trying to make it to America, to the American dream. And half people don't even make it.
And you think that's why you're such a hard worker? You think that's where your work ethic comes from? Because you appreciate the opportunities that you have?
I appreciate the opportunity that this country has given me and my family, and I appreciate the when you start from nothing, have nothing, then you really understand the value of something. But when you have something already handed, you don't understand that value of like example, like a dollar. You won't understand the value of a dollar unless you're really working hours just to get a dollar, and then you really understand the value of a dollar.
Correct.
So
Correct.
It's a lot of work. So we came to Kentucky, and we lived in an apartment over there, and we didn't speak English. We literally thought it was just like Vietnam, because we live in the middle of nowhere, and there was just field and trees and a stream. So literally we thought it was just like Vietnam. We went out into the bush, picked up vegetables, random fruit. I'm serious.
I mean, you really thought this is how life is supposed to be.
We thought how that was the same thing, and then we went this stream. I remember my parents went down, actually fish and bring back and cook dinner because they didn't realize there's actually think a supermarket, a store. We thought it was just like Vietnam but in a different country. Until later on they explore more and realize, oh, there's stuff you can buy, there's stores and stuff, and then they got jobs. The first job I remember they telling me was they were working on the farm of the man that brought us over to Kentucky, and it was intense labor. I mean, all it did was every day was fertilizing plants and vegetables all day, and they tell me they're making $2 an hour back then. And
$2 an hour.
$2 an hour, and they were happy with $2 an hour. They were like excited for $2 an hour. They're like, that's the most money they'll get in an hour.
Oh my God!
Because in Vietnam, people get paid $2 a month.
$2 a month in Vietnam, and they were making $2 an hour, and they were happy.
Yeah.
Happy people.
Happy people.
It's amazing. Amazing.
And then, but the only downfall was that we didn't speak any English, and there was not a Vietnamese community. So we heard that Houston, Texas, have a very dense Vietnamese Asian community there. So we packed everything, got on the Greyhound, and moved down to Houston.
And here you are.
And here we am. So yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah.
And did you know young? I mean, when did the ideas enter Danny Nguyen's head that I want to be a designer, Mom, Dad? Was it difficult? Was it easy?
It was very difficult because when we came down to Houston, my mom was a very strong woman, very ballsy. So she's like, I want to open an alteration store. Even though she did not speak any English, she opened an alteration store that lasted 30 years.
Wow.
Without English, speaking a word of English, and then, but later she developed to say some words.
To learn a little bit.
For you to, as immigrants, come to a country and not speak a word, but then strive to open a successful business for 30 years, that's very impressive. I feel like that's the thing with most immigrants when they come over is they're very hardworking because they feel like they need to improve, make themselves better, make a life better, make a kid better. So that's the thing with the mentality of Asian is, I work hard all my life. I want you to not work hard. So traditionally, they want their kids to be doctors, lawyers, engineers, and everything like that. But when you come to marriage, there's that dream, and then you're like, I could be anything I want to be, So I want to be an artist, but I realized you can't really make money being an artist. I want to be a sculptor. I want to be just sculpting clay, wood. And
sculptor.
That's my dream, to be a sculptor. My dream was not a designer. My dream was being a sculptor, to make random.
So did you make something, and that's when you fell in love with it? Did you have an opportunity somewhere?
In school, I took all art class, and the one class that really affected me the most was ceramic. I even literally skipped classes. I failed English in high school. I failed English twice. English 9th grade twice. Just because I want to be in art class more.
Oh my God!
So I had to take double English just to catch up and
graduate.
So I was like I was literally borderline not graduating high school because I was skipping all my classes just to go to my art class with Miss. Her name is Miss C. We call Miss C, Miss Canero. So me and my brother literally skip all classes, go spend the whole day in art class. And that's what we did.
I mean, not awesome that you skipped class. Don't do that. Tony Rodriguez did not say skip class. But what I'm saying is he had a passion. Mm-hmm. He had a drive. Something was driving him towards his creativity, his art. And so at what point did your parents embrace it? When did they start?
When I got into college, I did what every Asian parents want you to do. I went to bio field. I switched to psychology. I like psychology, but it was too much for me. I couldn't do either. I switched to architecture. I like to build some architecture, but it was too many rules and regulations you have to follow for architect.
It's too confined.
Yeah, way too confined. Then I switched to industrial designing, which I could design anything I want, industrial design. But then I was like, I don't know, I don't want to work for no firm.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I'm gonna go do art, take art at U of H. So I took painting, I didn't like it. I took drawing, I didn't like it. I took sculpting, oh, I love it. The college level of sculpting is very advanced, so I really love it. But then I was thinking, I can't be an artist. It's so hard.
Yes.
It's so hard. I mean,
It's beautiful. It's
beautiful.
really beautiful to see. Like that true organic art is like. I'm with you. I could be in a studio all day watching creatives work.
It's
but
amazing.
It's so hard to make a living.
It's so hard to make a living. So I want to do so much so bad, but I can't. And then I was around 24 years old. I was at my parents' store sewing at the shop, helping with alterations.
So you knew how to sew very young.
When I was 10. So literally after school, I told him I didn't have a regular childhood. I had every day after school, I had to go to my parents' shop and help iron clothes, cut stuff, remove thread, remove net, remove stuff.
Since you were 10.
Since I was 10.
You hear that, Thomas? My son Thomas is here. You hear that? Since he was 10 years old, he's been helping his parents.
So I did that, and then I was at 24 at my parents' shop fixing some clothes. And I was like, what am I going to do the rest of my life? I'm 24. I'm supposed to graduate at 21 like everybody else. All my friends already graduated. I'm still here, haven't figured out a degree I want to do. I didn't finish my 2-year associate, but I'm 24 yet. So I look around like, oh, this is it. It's already set for me. I didn't have. It was already
right in front of your face.
I was already molded into it before I even realized it. And I sat there. I was like, oh.
And it felt very natural to you.
It felt natural, but I was like, oh, I'm gonna be a tailor. I wasn't gonna be a designer. I didn't know what it was. I was like, I'm gonna be a tailor. I'm gonna open my own tailoring shop, fix people's clothes, do alteration, do stuff like that. And then people tell me, hey, this is a career called fashion design. What's that? I'm like, fashion design.
Fashion design. He
Like,
just got back from Paris Week. Fashion Week in Paris.
I was like, fashion design. I don't understand the concept. I don't get what they're doing. What is people doing? Just drawing dresses. They're not even making them. I didn't really understand it. So I was like, maybe I should try something new. So I went to ACC and I took courses on it. And then I took fashion history. I learned about different designer. I learned what designer were here and there, what type of style of fashion it is. And then I took a fabric class to understand fabric, different type of fabric, and how to manipulate fabric, dye fabric, cut fabrics, what fabric to burn, what not to burn, what to cut, in which way, what not to which way. Because before I just had the skill of a tailor. I used to cut and sew. I didn't know how to take that and turn it into an art form. I didn't understand that.
How to appreciate the other dynamics.
I didn't understand how to put together. So when I took those classes, I said, oh, okay. Again, I could take my vision of this design and make it out on a dress. So basically now I'm still sculpting, but I'm sculpting a mannequin. So
You're like a Zach Posen. You are. Have you ever seen House of Z? I watched that show, and it was just it wasn't. I mean, his life, the whole thing was heartbreaking and happy, and
it was everything.
It was everything. But what I found in just captivating about the show was his vision. Was his vision, and so. Is that how you are? Do you visualize things? How does it work for you?
My art teacher in high school told me, Danny, she told me from day one, Danny, you will never ever plan out your artwork on paper. All your work is up in here. She said I have a 3D visual in my head. I'm the type of artist that have the visualization of the whole dress or the whole design of a sculpted piece in my head. Like she say, don't
try to sketch it.
Don't sketch it. Don't write down. Don't plan out. Just all in here. Just do it. So, majority, most of all my design is all I store in here. I don't even draw it down on paper. I just.
And what do you love the most about this entire process of being a fashion designer? Do you love the idea that you can close your eyes and you can visualize something and you make it come to life? Or do you enjoy it the day that you see it on the runway, or the day you see it in photography? Or
as an artist, there's a saying: artists are never happy, so they're never satisfied. I'm satisfied when it's in my head. I see it, and I'm like, oh yes, this is nice. I can make it like this. But once you make it, and it's very runway, you're like, nah, I'm on the next one.
Really?
Yeah. So
you're done.
I'm done with this. I'm ready for the next dress, next design. Because as an artist, you're never satisfied with what you already done. So even like in big design, they're never satisfied with what they already done. They want to do some even more elaborate next season, more advanced next season, more creative next season. So it's a strive of keep pushing stuff to
Certain
surpass
level.
the limit, to push it.
Always do better
Always do
than the
better.
year before.
And
Keep
year
going,
before,
keep
keep
going,
going.
keep going, keep going.
Yeah,
So where do you see yourself? Like, what's the future for Dana Nguyen? I mean,
right now the future is to sustain this atelier wedding store, and then hopefully by next year I'm planning to open a fabric store. So I want to help other designers out there to have a place to buy fabric, have a place to shop, have a place for them to if they need consultant, then they just come and apply, and we give them advice. Because I feel like young designer nowadays, everybody they want to design, but yet they don't appreciate the concept. Because like I remember back at ACC, there was this one competition where everybody, it was a school competition. Everybody was making dress out of silk, out satin, out lace. I didn't have the money. You know what I made the dress out of? Trash bag.
what?
I cut trash bag. I bought a roll of white trash bag. I cut it out and make a dress out of trash bag, a wedding dress out of trash bag. And I cut little feathers out of trash. I made a dress out of trash bag, and I won.
Did y'all hear that? Danny Nguyen made a wedding dress out of trash bags and feathers and won a competition.
Because I was thinking, you want to design, but at the same time, you're not comprehending. It's not about what you use, but how you apply your skill, how you apply your technique. You could use the cheapest fabric, but you can make the prettiest thing. That is an artwork. But if you have the most expensive fabric, it doesn't come out the way it should be. Then it's
nothing.
It's for nothing. You just waste a lot of money. A lot of time, money, and effort. So I'd rather put the time, effort into something that I know I'm confident that's going to work.
Yes. Wow. Is that not inspirational? I just feel so inspired sitting here in his amazing, beautiful, beautiful shop. I want to, before we get too wrapped up, it's such an inspiring story, but something that I think my viewers would really appreciate, and I had 2 phone calls on the way over here. It was a very long drive from the Woodlands to Houston. In Houston traffic. I mean, I love H-Town, but that traffic got to go.
They need to build new highways.
Or somebody needs to buy me a helicopter, a Bubble Talk helicopter. What is couture? People ask me all the time, and I'm like, you know what? That is a fabulous question for a true designer to answer.
So, what I learned is couture is a French word that means handwork. So if you're not putting a certain amount of handwork into your dress or into your design, then you shouldn't call it couture. Because couture is mean in French by hand, to do it by hand. That's why the seamstress in Paris in haute couture house, they're called couturier, which means it's a person that sews by hand. And haute means high, so haute couture means high handwork, high craftsmanship. That's the term where literally the term haute couture is high craftsmanship. So if your work is not a percentage by hand, then
don't call it that.
couture.
You're not allowed to call it
You're
that.
not allowed to call it couture. And I'm not allowed to call myself an haute couture unless I'm an official in Paris.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
Is it sort of like the sommeliers that do wine? Like
Yep.
you can't
You can't.
just go, hey, I'm a sommelier.
Yeah.
No,
You can't.
sorry, buddy.
You have to be certified by a group, a chamber, a syndicat to be a resident couturier or invited guest. So it's
amazing.
So I can't call myself a couture. Only that far as I go is just a couture, a person that uses handwork clothing. That's it.
Wow. But not haute couture.
Not haute couture.
Wow. See? You learn something new every day here on Bubble Talk every Tuesday. And then the other thing I wanted you to address, I know I have a lot of friends out there who are young students of mine that I've been teaching dance to for many, many years, who are now in college and trying to find their way and love fashion and love design. And what advice would you give like a young person out there, Danny, who's maybe thinking, no, I don't have the money, I don't have the skill. We talked about this. I don't know how to sew. That's really creative. I mean, what would be your advice?
So my advice is one, if you don't have the money, do what I did, use trash bag. You know,
Yeah.
There's no problem.
Perfect.
There's no problem lowering yourself to make something beautiful. There's no problem to just step down of your ego and pride and just use whatever to bring yourself up. You know, there's no problem with that. And secondly, if you don't have the skill, then there's no problem. As long as you have some idea, some concept, some lesson to understand how sewing works, then you're fine. If you know how to sew a little bit or enough to comprehend, that's all that matters. You don't have to sew a beautiful gown as long as you
Like the basics.
The basic, if you know all the basic, comprehend how the fabric will move, how the fabric will flow, how the fabric will stand, how the fabric will do this and that, then you're fine. You know, as long as
take basic sewing classes.
Take basic sewing class, 1 semester, 2 semester, or the best place I would recommend to learn to sew will be at an alteration store.
There you go.
Because the reason why is at the alteration store they have the turnaround is fast. You have to finish your dress in a day, finish your pants in an hour. So for you to comprehend that level of skill, then you can sew anything in the world. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Wow. Did you hear that? That's amazing. I love it. So tell people what's coming up on Thursday for you.
So this Thursday, I'm having my fashion show, debuting my wedding sword collection and my Paris collection. And then at the same time, I'm featuring a designer friend of mine, Travis Hamilton, who does New York Fashion Week also. And we're doing at the Carriage House in Conroe. And I want to do something outside of Houston to be different and to expand my market and to let people know that, you know, hey, I'm not just Houston, I could be anywhere you want me to be. You know, so that's what we're doing out there. And right now we have a pretty good big turnout. We're going to have a packed house. So.
Yes, so you hear that. The Carriage House in Conroe. Please RSVP, you guys. It's going to be this Thursday from
6 to 9.
From 6 to 9. He's going to be debuting his collection here of beautiful wedding gowns, also what he was showing at Fashion Week in Paris, as well as Travis Hamilton, a new designer that works with him in New York at Fashion Week in New York. So you guys, listen, if you're interested in fashion, if you love design, if you're a girly girl like me and love gowns and love the regalia and the beauty of a true creative, then you have to come out and meet Danny Nguyen and see his beautiful work on Thursday at the Carriage House in Conroe. In the description after the broadcast, I'll put all the links so that you guys can just click right in and get your seats and RSVP, because we definitely want to have a head count and make sure that we have room for you, because I hear there's already a really pretty nice sized crowd, coming. So let people know how they can find you, Danny. What is your social media?
They can find me on Instagram, Danny Nguyen Couture, Facebook, Danny Nguyen Couture. My store on Southwest Park, Houston, 8388 West Sam Houston Parkway South, Suite 196, Houston, Texas 77017.
I'll put it all in the description.
It's a bit long, but you know, that's where it's at. So, that's basically it. I don't have a Twitter. I don't have any other account. So that's only have 2 accounts I do work on, and I feel like Instagram is the future right now of
Instagram is the future. Hey, Alicia Arroyo Elatasi says he is so talented.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alicia, for watching. She gave you hearts. Michelle Tello, the reigning Mrs. Houston, she's coming to your show. She says, can't wait to attend the fashion show on Thursday.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle. You guys, thank you so much for tuning in and for always being so supportive of Bubble Talk and of this amazing platform. Hi, Brandon Allen. How are you? You know, I find it really amazing that I meet a lot of people, and you guys know I love fitness, I love fashion, and I love having a positive lifestyle. I'm positive when I tell you this is one incredible, creative human being. I get such a great energy from him. I met him over 6 months ago before I even started this journey. And 6 months later, I'm sitting in his brand new store, 27 episodes into my talk show, with the second talk show Social Soda, which is on Thursdays at noon, that talks about the social scene of Houston. And I'm sure you're going to see a lot of Danny Nguyen and all that too, because he is quite the social guy. You're invited to a lot of events. I see you all the time. So you guys, this is someone that you should really get behind and follow. And if you're ever in need of an amazing gown, this is the man to provide that for you, you guys. Danny, thank you so much for allowing me to come into your beautiful store and for your words of advice and encouragement and inspiration. I want to say thank you to Thomas Rodriguez for being my production guy. I want to say thank you to one of my sponsors, Bella Soleil, bellasoleil.com, for my sunless mobile tan. I love her, Tiffany Banks. She's out in the Woodlands. I'll put her link in her description along with Danny Nguyen's and along with his show description and link for Thursday's show. If there's anything that we can do, there's Digna Caruso. She's my co-host on Social Soda. She says, congrats on all of your success, Danny.
Thank you.
You guys, thank you. Love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate. Next week, we're going to have Brianna Starkey. She's going to be my first teen I've ever had on my show that's going to talk about actually something that's a little bit, you know, of a topic, which is weight loss. And I thought it was really important as having competitive dancers and young girls to be encouraging and inspiring and really owning who you are and being real and organic and true to yourself. So you guys watch episode 28 next week of Bubble Talk. It's going to be really interesting. We're going to be in the Woodlands with Brianna Starkey. We call her Bree from the Dance Vault, so she'll be on as my guest. Anything else, any parting words that you want to say out there to all of these people that have tuned in?
I would say thank you everybody for coming out. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you, Toni, for inviting me to be on this talk show. Bubble Talk is very, very fun. There's more story to tell. You ever ready for it?
Yeah. If you guys need Danny on your show, if anybody out there, and if I can ever help, you know, you can private message me. You can private message Danny. We are here to inspire and support each other and help each other's businesses grow.
I feel like the best way for us to grow as individual and as community is to learn. And for us, in order to learn, is we have to teach. The more you teach, the more you grow and advance yourself and learn better.
There you go, you guys.
There's nothing wrong with spilling a secret, okay? You grow better after that.
Absolutely.
You'll make the secret even better than the secret.
Yeah, I mean, the secret is basically hard work, consistency, every day, all day long. You grind, you hustle. It's all about marketing. We didn't talk about that. Marketing yourself properly on all the social media platforms and being relentless and never stopping. Every day is a work day. There's no relaxing in this business. You guys know that. So we, again, appreciate everything. Angela Vargas says, absolutely love it, the show. Thank you, Angela. We're going to let you guys go. Appreciate all your help. Randall Chestnut out there from Spoken About. Appreciate your support as usual. You guys, if you have anything in your life that is strife, that is hard, that's a struggle, everything's temporary. Be positive. Put that positive energy out in the universe. Work hard, and great things will happen.
Yes.
Okay, you guys. Have a great evening. Thank you so much.
Bye, guys.